racism against people with disabilities. Not cool, for one. However, we do have a bit of a squabble going on in our town at the moment, and it kind of revolves around the family of a man who didn't want me to move to town because I'm disabled, and who told us, argued that there's nobody in town that can get around on a scooter. There's no way that you can, scooter around town just the way that the town is. There's nowhere for you to stay. It's not a disability accessible town. And this is before we moved in. And he's quite racist against people that have disabilities. He's the type of person where other families that are moving into town, he'll show them all around the town. But us, he tells us you shouldn't move to town, and he won't even rent you a cabin for when we're visiting town before we moved here. And now his son, I guess, is saying, well, he would have built you a disability ramp. No, he would not have. A guy that wouldn't rent us a place to stay to look at a house while we were visiting town. He owns a business and he wouldn't rent us a cabin. And a guy that flat out said, you have no place in this town. There's no disabled people. There's no way for disabled people to get around the town. And then we got to town, and there were people driving around on their scooters everywhere. There were people walking around with, canes, and driving to the grocery store, parking outside the grocery store, and going in, getting their groceries, loading up their scooters, driving home. This is a town where pretty much any form of transportation is acceptable. You can take a golf cart to the store if you want to. There's a place you can park a golf cart if you want. You can take a snowmobile, an ATV to the grocery store. You can take your scooter to the grocery store. And there's disabled people all over the town. There's plenty of non-disabled people, but there are disabled people everywhere. And this guy just does not like disabled people. And I guess there's some big thing going on with, people in his family right now and the mayor. So, anyhow, so it's a bit of a squabble, but I just think it's funny. At first we thought it was just him, and now it seems that kind of his whole family is, well, they just seem to like causing trouble for everybody. Anyhow, so that's just how things are. You can't do anything about it because he unfortunately owns a big business for the town, and he's nice to everybody that is not disabled. So, but I always wonder when I'm out in the town with Kane, my spouse, I'm always wondering, there are a couple guys around town that give me, a really rude look when I'm walking around on my crutches. And I always wonder, is that the guy? But I'd never want to show weakness around him because he was just so darn rude. And, well, anyhow, so that's pretty much it. It was just, I just wanted to kind of get it out there that, if you want to move somewhere and you are passionate about a city or a town and you want to go there, you know, don't let someone who is racist against people with disabilities or against whatever it is you have, don't let them stop you from doing what you want. Don't let them stop you from accomplishing your dreams, from buying your house, from doing things that are important to you. Because even though you have a disability, physical as it might be, mental as it may be, whatever, you can still do a lot. And nobody should be able to shoot you down from doing it. Alright, well, that is it for tonight. You guys have an amazing night, and I will see you tomorrow or the day after. Having a pretty long night, so. Anyways, bye guys.